Chapter 11. The Tapestry of Dreams. The morning light on New Dawn was unusually gentle, as if the planet itself was taking a breath after the revelations of the night before. Inside the colony, there was a palpable shift in atmosphere. The usual morning bustle was subdued, replaced by a quiet determination among the settlers. They were no longer just facing the physical challenges of an alien world, but wrestling with the metaphysical implications of their own psyches. Ilara Vances called an all-hands meeting in the central hub, a large dome-shaped structure that served as the nerve center for the colony. The room was filled with faces, each reflecting a mix of fear, curiosity, and resolve.
Last night changed everything for us,
Ilara began, her voice echoing in the silent room.
We now know that New Dawn is not just a physical frontier but a psychological one. Our fears, it seems, have the power to shape reality here.
Elias stood beside her, his gaze sweeping over the crowd.
We've decided to start a new initiative. We're calling it the Dream Weavers. Our aim is to harness this phenomenon, to understand how our subconscious might be influencing the environment and possibly how we can control it.
Luna Martinez stepped forward, her usual vibrancy replaced by a thoughtful intensity.
We'll begin with dream journals. Each of you will document your dreams, nightmares, any visions. We'll look for patterns, for signs that might correlate with what we encounter in the physical world.
Adrian Locke, the scientist, added.
We're setting up a lab dedicated to this study. We'll monitor brain activity during sleep, see if there's any measurable link between our neural patterns and the events on New Dawn.
The colonists murmured among themselves, some skeptical, others intrigued. The concept was as alien as the planet they were standing on. Mira Chen, who had seen her brother in the reflection of water, spoke up.
We can't let fear control us, but we must use it. If we can shape our dreams, we might shape our reality here.
The meeting adjourned with a sense of mission. The Dream Weavers initiative was not just about survival. It was about understanding the very essence of their existence on this new world. In the days that followed, the colony transformed. People shared their dreams openly, discussing them in small groups or during communal meals. The lab was bustling with activity, with Adrian and his team setting up EEG machines to record brainwaves during sleep. The data was fascinating. There were noticeable spikes in brain activity that seemed to coincide with the times of reported anomalies or sightings on New Dawn. One evening, as the sky turned into a tapestry of purples and blues, Elias called for a special session. He had noticed something in the data.
Look here.
He pointed at the graph on the screen.
We've seen similar patterns when people report these visions. It's like our brains are synchronized with the planet itself.
Luna, who had been working closely with Elias, added,
We've also found that positive dreams seem to correlate with better crop yields in the hydroponics. Maybe, just maybe, if we focus on positive intentions, we can influence our environment for the better.
The idea was radical, but the evidence was compelling. They decided to test this theory. For a week, every colonist was encouraged to meditate before sleep, to focus on visions of flourishing life, peace, and safety. The results were astonishing. The next morning, the hydroponic garden showed signs of unprecedented growth. Even the mood in the camp lifted. There were fewer reports of the ominous creatures or unsettling visions. Yet, not all was perfect. One night, Akari Sato, who had been singing to lift spirits, woke up in terror. She had dreamt of Silas, the same man Nia had described. In her dream, he was not just a threat to Nia, but to the entire colony, his presence spreading like a dark cloud over New Dawn. She reported this to Ilara immediately.
It's like he's becoming a shared nightmare now. What if our collective fear is making him real here?
Elara considered this deeply.
We need to be vigilant. This could mean our fears are not just individual but communal. We must learn to shield not just our own minds but each other's.
The colony doubled down on their efforts, fostering communal activities that strengthened bonds and shared positive visions. They held nightly gatherings where each person would share something hopeful or beautiful they imagined for New Dawn. As they learned to weave their dreams, they also learned to weave their community stronger. The tapestry of dreams became a tapestry of unity, where each thread of fear was countered by threads of hope and resilience. As they learned to weave their dreams, they also learned to weave their community stronger. The tapestry of dreams became a tapestry of unity, where each thread of fear was countered by threads of hope and resilience.